What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Uber Adventures. I'm John, and today we are taking a look at the Catalina 261BH. It's part of their Summit series. Now, okay, I'm gonna preface this. I know this RV isn't meant for everybody, but I will say if you are looking to truly camp and all you have is like an F-150 or something like that, or even an older model year, because the towing capacity is quite a bit lower on age. I had no idea. I was sold an RV to somebody with a 10-year-old diesel, could barely pull what a brand new non-diesel can pull. So it blew my mind. I didn't know that. Going into this industry has taught me a lot about trucks. But this one, as it sits dry, is under 5,000 pounds and it can sleep 10 people. So let's take a look at this. And before we do, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, guys, before we jump in, I'm gonna put the price right here. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this thing. So first and foremost, you have this gray color. I'm so glad we're getting away from white colors on RVs. And don't get me wrong, white is cool, but it's been used for so long. It's time for a new color. And so I've seen these colors change. You've seen the Sport Treks change, and our A-liners are gray. So I think that's the next color is grays. And you have so many different gray colors that you can play with as a manufacturer. So it's really great idea to me. So you do have the Catalina logo. It's big and impressive. It's got the Summit series written underneath it. And then now you got the Coachman logo. You do have a manual tongue jack. It is not that hard to replace. So don't let this be the deciding factor, but the amount that you're saving on going with these things is immense, especially if you're strictly doing it for camping. But we can always replace that. It does cost a little bit, but we can definitely replace it, and we do have tongue jacks in stock, so don't worry too much about that. And then right here is where your batteries would go, but I've got a jump box here just to power the inside so I can do a video on it. And then of course you got your propane right here. All right. You can barely see it on this one. You have your stabilizers. It's a 4-point stabilizer on all 4 corners. Again, just use a drill and a drill bit. It'll take a fraction of the time to over a full hydraulic right there. And then you got your full electric, but it's all push button. So this will actually do it faster than those two. Coming around. Okay, this is really cool. I know this thing can be any color just about, but considering it's I'm kind of filming between rainfall, so it's a beautiful day. I know it's like muggy, but the clouds are beautiful. Of course, you got your awning, covers up your door with a window, of course, and of course we got the RGB turned to blue. It just looks awesome. It's such a subtle little thing, but it looks so cool. I even like the Summit Series decals. This actually looks good on the side. We got our pass-through storage. It's fairly large. And of course it is pre-wired for solar. Coming down, you get the solid steps. For this price, and getting solid steps is insane. Also, not only that, the other insane part is you're getting JBL stereo system. You're also getting that multicolor LED lights for the awning, but solid steps, huge plus, to me anyways. And then of course you have your Catalina hookup right here, cable satellite, and then you have a plug right there. Coming around, we do have another storage, which is actually pretty decently sized. Yeah, I love extra storage, especially outside, because they're finding nooks and crannies, and I can appreciate that, especially if you go camping. If you don't have enough nooks and crannies, it's hard to find places to put all your stuff, especially if you have kids. And then of course you have a leash link, which is meant for your pet, so as long as they can weigh less than 1,500 pounds, which is the capacity, which is crazy. Yeah, that's my 1,500 pound dinosaur. And then everything's LED, of course, LED tail lights as well. You got a 6-gallon hot water tank, spare tire, of course. And this one does have a bumper, and it's an extra large bumper. I actually appreciate that. A lot of these bumpers sit so close to the back of the RV that it almost feels like it's pointless. It just crumple in, and then instantly you're already damaging your RV. And then of course you're pre-wired for your rear view camera, your backup camera, and then you have your LED lights, and then you do have another window up high. Another Catalina hookup. You have your black and gray tank connection right there, the outlet. And then you have your tank flush so you can get all that nastiness out. Your city water connection, which is nice to have, like right there, along with your 30 amp power supply, 30 amp supply. And then we got your fresh water connection, which is going to be where you just kind of fill up the tank and kind of go about your day. You just use the water pump built in, or the water pump. There we go. And then this is going to be the other side of your pass-through storage. And real quick, here's the weight. It's 4,700 pounds as it sits. Open her up. There's your cable. I love 30. So when I don't want to trigger anybody as far as guns go, but whenever I was married and we went out and bought 2 AR-15s, I got an AR-10 with a larger round. And one thing I learned really quickly is bigger's funner, don't get me wrong, but man, everything's so much more expensive. And that goes for this too. 30 amps, wire is drastically smaller than a 50 amp coach, and it weighs less, and it's much, much cheaper. Like I'm looking for 100 foot cables. 100 foot cables of this is like 150 bucks. 100 foot cables of 50 amp is like $800. So there's a huge benefit to going 30 amp. But that's what I'm saying, with the AR-10, I went bigger and badder, and I thought it was going to be, just as expensive, but I didn't research it. So I spent probably 3 times more money building it than what my wife's rifle did. Same concept. You go with a bigger, badder RV, it's going to cost you drastically more. Even if it's the same size, it just has 50 amps, you're going to have to deal with the cost difference. It's not bad. You usually get 2 ACs, so there's a lot of benefit to it, but I'm just stating just how awesome it is not to spend an arm and a leg on a cable. So let's go on inside. All right, again, with the solid steps by Lippert, you have 3 steps, and then the 4th step is to get into the RV. So let's go ahead and get into the RV. All right, so this thing has a ton of sleeping areas. Again, I understand this is not going to be for everybody. There's no slides on this RV, but there's lots of places for people to sleep. I think this RV is more designed for someone that is looking to just go camping, go hiking, go skiing, take this to the beach, and the only thing you're really doing in here is maybe fixing some food and sleeping, and the rest is being held outside, which is why I bought such a small trailer. So let's go ahead and hop into this and take a look. So I actually like this design as far as, like, again, with massive amount of people. So the bedroom gets a little bit of its own solitude, it's kind of its own area, but it's also really not. But you do have a sliding curtain that you can kind of close it off, so no funny business in the bedroom when everybody is in this RV. All right, so this is going to be for your pass-through storage right here. You have quite a bit of hanging space on both sides. You have USB-C and USB-A on both sides, as well as your plugs as well. You have storage underneath your bed. And then coming over here, you have a couch that works with has a center console as well. Or you can just close this, and you also have storage underneath before I move on. So that's always awesome. And then close this. And you got yourself a bed. I'd put a couple kids on this bed, maybe 1 adult, but I would say 2 can actually sleep here. Turning from there, we're going to go this way towards the front door. You have, again, your JBL head unit. And then, of course, you have your control panel. You have your tanks. You can Bluetooth connect it. You have your lighting, your water pump, your water heater, and your awning control. You have a table, a dinette, or a dinette set, I guess you could say, or a dinette, that these will turn into a bed. Again, this is probably roughly about the same size as your couch bed. So I would consider 2 people. If you're really trying to pack them in, absolutely 2 people. You have storage all the way across, my short little arms. All right, and you have everything pre-wired for a TV. You have plugs, HDMI, satellite, and cable right there, or your Catalina, however you want to look at it. And then, of course, right here, and these are big. These legitimately can sleep 2 people, adults, kids, whatever. You just got to be used to, if it's somebody that you're not related to, just make sure you like them a lot. But this can easily sleep 2, and you can see that very top window. That's how you could tell it was a bunkhouse. And then, of course, I'm going to try to do this because I'm not up there, but you also have a plug-in. And then, of course, you got lights. And then down here, you also have a light. And then you also have your USB-A and USB-C. So you have plenty of room to sleep. You also have a little bit of storage underneath, which is nice. And then, of course, here's the other crazy part. 12-volt fridge in an RV that is priced to sell. I'm telling you. It's crazy. It's a General Electric too on top of that, as well as your AC unit. It is a General Electric. So it's just mind-boggling that an RV this price, they're still putting very high-end appliances in here. Very, very nice RV. Beautiful. I love the blue LEDs. I know that they're not actually blue. It's just the temperature of the LED. Then you have a high point microwave with a turntable, gray stone vent fan with a light, of course. And then you also have a gray stone 3-burner oven or stove. No oven, sorry, 3-burner stove. I always get that stuff confused. You have a large single basin sink. It is plastic or acrylic technically. And then of course you have just like a silver stainless steel faucet. And then of course, again, USB-C, USB-A, and then another plug. The fact that they have these USB-Cs and USB-As everywhere, I'm big in cooking, and a lot of times I cook things off of YouTube or whatever, and I want to be plugged in so I can sit here, I'd set it up like right here and watch while I'm cooking to make sure I'm cooking it correctly. So, and then of course you have more storage above all that, all the way down to the end. Tons and tons of storage. And then you have storage underneath. That's actually really big. Storage under here. And I like that they partitioned off all your, so it's small, but you're not worried about messing with any of your plumbing to your faucet and sink and all that stuff. So that's really, really convenient, and it's just completely separated. So if your kid gets in here, they're not going to mess with it. And then you have storage underneath. That's actually quite big. So for something so small of an RV, it's amazing how much storage you actually have in this thing. Come in here. Oh, wow. This bathroom is huge for what I thought this was going to be. This is big. You have a regular mirror. Hi. I need to get a haircut. You have another faucet, acrylic as well. And then, of course, you have very little storage right here, but you'll be fine. I mean, if you're just camping. And then you have a shower. Now, the curtain, you can always change out this kind of stuff. Would I change it out? No, I would just put something on the floor to kind of soak up the water so it doesn't damage anything. But this isn't a big deal as long as you are very smart about how you do this. And, of course, you have a toilet right here. And then you got your little footrest right here. Let's just, you're good to go. This is awesome. I love this RV. Like, this is about the same size as my RV, just with a lot more room to sleep. So I like it a lot. And of course, you could always change things up. This isn't like a set in stone thing. You could always remove this couch if you don't ever use it. You know, I mean, those kind of things you can always change. So if you're using this for like a workplace, while you're at work, you know, you could definitely make this a great thing to sleep in for a few adults as well. So, all right, guys. So that is it. That is the Catalina 261BH. I'm about to go over all the specs. So, all right, let's go over the specs on this RV. So we're going to start with the dimensions. The length of this RV is 30 feet, basically 30 feet. It's 30.08 feet. The width is 8 feet. The height is 10.58 feet. And the interior height is 6.75 feet. So the listed dry weight, I've already gone over the dry weight, is the actual dry weight of that RV, but the listed dry weight is 4,822 pounds. The payload capacity is 2,178 pounds. And you have a GVWR, which is the combined dry weight and payload capacity, which gives you 7,000 pounds, and a hitch weight of only 515 pounds. You have one freshwater tank, which is 44 gallons, one gray water tank, which is 40 gallons, and one black water tank, which is 30 gallons. You have two propane tanks with their 20 pounds apiece, so that'll give you a total of 40 pounds. You have that one awning, which is 15 feet in length, and it's lit up, and it looks awesome. Again, this RV can sleep 10 people. For the size, for the price, this thing is phenomenal. The heater is 30,000 BTUs, and the hot water tank, again, is 6 gallons. So that pretty much covers everything. So if you have any questions, concerns, if you're interested in purchasing, all my contact information is down below. You can also use the comments section. Back to me. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. I'm getting so close to being monetized, so it'd mean the world to me. And if you don't mind, like and comment down if you have any questions. Even if you don't like it, like I said, this RV and no RV is perfect for everybody. I mean, there might be some out there, but they're millions of dollars, so they're really not perfect for everybody. But please, if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, just hit me up down in the comments. All my contact information will be down in the description. Until next time, bye.